Hey guys, Michael Glassman here from Running Around Jerusalem virtual treadmill workouts. Normally when we have conversations, we're on the move, but I wanted to stop a moment because of a really important project that I need your help with. Running Around Jerusalem is partnering with Run for Zion in order to launch a virtual 5K run fundraiser to help the Sage Community Wellness Center in Iten, Kenya. We're talking about suicide prevention, helping youth at risk, providing basic services for people that have really suffered during COVID, helping women who are victims of domestic violence, a whole slew of things. And basically, just helping provide social services that these people in and around Iten really need. I know that's a lot of jargon, so let me just jump straight into the story. Just give me 3 minutes of your time, and hopefully at the end, you're gonna join me and we're gonna change some lives. So here's the deal. A couple years ago, I read this book, Running with the Kenyans. It's by an author whose name I cannot pronounce. But basically, he's an avid runner who decides that he wants to find out what's the secret of the Kenyans. Why are they so good at running? So he packs up his family and goes to live in a small town called Iten, Kenya for 6 months. Iten is called the home of champions because the best distance runners in the world are either from there or they go there to train. It's in the Kenyan highlands, it's along this beautiful rift valley, but it's a small little town, really more of a village to be honest. And he goes there and lives there for 6 months. And so I'm reading this and I thought, wow, that would be a really cool experience to have. And luckily, my wife agreed. So we found some really cheap airfares from Israel. I was able to book on an Airbnb for like $10 a night. And we packed up our 2 little kids and went to Iten. I wasn't going there to join one of the many high altitude training camps that they have over there. I just wanted to go and experience life there and, go on my daily run there in Kenya. And that's essentially what we did. And it was one of the most amazing experiences we ever had. The Airbnb that I booked turned out to be a godsend. We stayed with this superwoman named Magrina. Now Magrina, she had built on her property there an English language library. She encouraged children and young people to come and read and come and work with her and study and try to make something of themselves. She also opened up like a health fund to help women all around in the surrounding villages who couldn't afford health care. She works through the Sage Community Wellness Center, which is the organization that we're supporting, in order to give people the help. And basically, she's like this one-woman show in Iten and the surrounding villages that goes around and just helps people. And she was absolutely amazing. And it was amazing to talk with her, amazing to meet her family. Her nephew brought us out one day to his little village called Chipakwakwa, and we had tea with his family. And my 5-year-old daughter never had a lack of who to play with. Once the word got out, there was this little girl staying at the Magrina's place, or his sister's place as they called her. Every day a whole posse of children would come by to come play with her. It was such that I'd be out running on the other side of town, I'd pass one of the little kids and they'd say, "Hello, how are you? Where's Tiferet?" My daughter, of course, so she was famous throughout the town. Every day we'd go to the marketplace, we'd buy whatever we were gonna eat for that evening. Magrina would go to her garden and pick some fresh greens, spinach or kale, whatever for us. It was really quite an amazing experience. And the people there were so warm and so friendly and so nice. It was really the experience of a lifetime. We arrived there strangers in a strange place, and we left there with a Kenyan family, essentially. And one of the things that I definitely discovered while in Iten is why it's so good for runners. You have hundreds of miles of dirt trails. The altitude there really helps you to train. And they've really established a bunch of different training centers, including one place called the High Altitude Training Center. And when I was walking around there and touring around there, I happened to run into 2 of the top Israeli runners in the country who were there training for the World Championships later the year. The guy who was taking me around the High Altitude Training Center said that the Polish national team comes every year over at the Iten. And I know I've seen videos of Boston Marathon winner Des Linden spending time in Iten. And really anybody who's anybody in the running world, they've been to Iten or trained to Iten or live around there. And when I got a call from Magrina a few months back, just telling me how hard things are right there because of COVID, and that the access to the people she normally helps has been limited, and the amount of people in need is just gone skyrocketed up. And I asked her, well, okay, what do you need? What can I do to help? And so we came up with this. We came up with raising funds for the Sage Community Wellness Center, which is the organization through which she is able to provide services to the people in the surrounding area. And I just thought to myself, look, here you have a community that has given so much to the running world. It's time for us to give back a little bit. And so I need your help. I need you to participate in this virtual run that we're doing. You can go to the website that you see below. As I mentioned, I partner with this organization called Run for Zion. We're using their platform that they already had set up. It's an easy way to come and join and donate and run. And maybe you've never run a 5K before. Well, you know what? Now's your chance to work for it and run a 5K and do it with some meaning. Maybe you run a 5K or more every day. Well, you know what? Now's your chance to put something extra special behind that 5K that you're running. And hopefully together we can raise the funds, we can help the people Iten, and I really appreciate you listening to me and taking the time. Thanks and have a good day, and we'll see you next time, running around Jerusalem.